Come on.
Has he been on before?
No, I've done stuff with him before, but I haven't.
Oh, has he been on?
Well, hello.
Did you all like that trial run I did just now?
Solid move. We're here.
Hello, gentlemen. Lovely to see your faces again. Happy week 17.
Wow. We
still no cure.
And still going.
Oh, I mean, Alex and Theon, this is the longest commitment I've had, I'm happy with, for some time.
Usually things fall off by now. Not this.
As men go, you two haven't disappointed me, but still time.
Yeah. Don't give up hope yet. Don't give up hope. I'll let you down.
Don't give up on us, baby.
So it's 5 o'clock here. So I take it it's 6 o'clock here. My laptop's off. It's 6 o'clock here. Does that mean it's 6 a.m. in Malaysia right now?
It's nuts. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
It really is ridiculous.
All right,
It's
Leanne,
11 o'clock. Basically, I went out to, I've been to a pub already, but they've got a scheme over here at the moment that if you go for a meal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you get 50% off every restaurant in the UK as a way to coax people back into pubs. So we left the house and didn't have to wash up. Someone else cooked all the food. We realized we haven't been out since February. It's February. And even though if you write it down on paper, it's not that long, but it feels about 6 years ago.
Yeah, a different time completely. That's wild. They're offering that across the whole UK because it's like over here, they need nothing. They need no type of incentive to get people to go out and do stuff. There is a whole section of the population who are going to go out anyway.
But you guys have had a stimulus check? Stimulus check?
We got a stimulus check.
Yeah, we haven't had that. We've had nothing.
Damn.
Is this there?
Yeah, but how's that healthcare situation?
So
we can go back and forth on this.
Alex, sometimes I just run around with scissors for no reason.
Just because it's covered?
Because it's free.
That would work. That would work as a Canadian joke. That also works pretty much anywhere that has Medicare or like just medical assistance in general on a big populous scale. What's the medical situation like over there in Malaysia? Leon, what's going on with that?
Yeah. Oh, Leon, I'm going to kick your ass.
It looks like your mic's not working.
Now, follow the cable all the way to the end. And if it's not in your computer, change that.
Did you try and turn it off?
Look at his little thinking face. What I'll do quickly whilst Leon's sorting out his microphone is I'm going to do another big hello because we're just new to the Joke Pit family. So for those of you that haven't seen us before, this is Big World Small Talk. It is 3 comedians who, although we are on the same screen right now, I'm in the UK, Alex is in America, and Leon is in Malaysia. And we bring on guests as well from further afield. And we're silly, we play games, and we know each other. It really isn't stressful. There are things outside the world that are stressful, but like we like to point out, this is big world, but it's small talk.
Sometimes inevitable, but that is the general theme.
Yes, and if any of us start getting too serious, we like to remind each other, small talk.
If we get a field off of that, I'll put my glasses back on, and then we'll go small talk.
Right, we're going to throw out to our Malaysia correspondents one more time. Leon.
Oh, hello. It's working. Hopefully, it's working this time.
There you go.
Yeah, no.
That is not a joke.
Yeah, no, it should be working. Hopefully. I did a competition yesterday, and nothing worked till about 2 minutes before I was supposed to start, and then it worked, and then nothing worked.
I was just about to raise the fact that Leon and myself are up for the same competition, and Leon's heat was yesterday, and well done for going first, and I thought your set was brilliant.
I haven't looked at it yet, so can't remember.
That man.
You did. For those of you that aren't familiar with Leon's work, he does a very good joke that's based on spelling, and I'm really glad that you held the prop up. You can find all of the comedy acts on the Nodding Dog comedy Facebook page. They've still got all of the through Joke Pit as well. They've got all the heats still up. And I would say that you were robbed, but they were both girls from the southwest of the UK. So
yeah,
what am I going to say?
Really complain about that, can you? And the first round, I think it was 2 guys, and so yeah, you gotta. It's one of those things, you know what I mean? I've stopped crying now, so I'm all right.
Well, what if
I think
their quota of young women from the southwest? I'm not going to want another girl from the southwest, and I better be very fucking funny. So I was going to use my mediocre jokes, but fuck it.
What about I don't think has anyone been from like the north or something. So what about Northern Ireland or that's where you go to Cornwall. Try and go really like sort of obscure, and then if you don't get through, just go the biased against wherever you want to be from.
Week 1, there was a Scottish guy, so they've had the Celts on, so that's tick. I suppose it's anyone for anyone. Alex, do they have competitions? They have comedy competitions from around your way, or is it just, do you have stand-up competitions?
Yes, certainly do. It's generally just built by comics. It'll be like a joke off, and like form into teams, and they'll all like deliver their jokes. And the best ones I've seen, the people who see this competition will then just vote on who has the best material, and like the winner or the winning team emerges. So I dig it. I think it's a fun idea, especially now, like with the pandemic and everything happening online. I think the rise of like magician comics might happen, because I feel like if you're doing like in this Zoom, I could just pull up anything and it will just immediately add to my set. I can just start telling like jokes about lamps and then just bring in a lamp out of nowhere. And it would just seem impressive. Like I can just talk about playing a saxophone and just like pull out a saxophone, and it would just seem crazy. You'd forget you have this medium that you can access now. I can just start telling jokes about books and just like bring out a book. Like shout out to you, Leon, for having prop comedy, because I feel like everybody should be doing that now.
That's really thing. Props. I always swore I would never do props, but it didn't last long.
Well, hang on. No, I'm going to defend props, all right? Because when I did my comedy course, when I went to comedy school, because there is such a fucking thing. Yes, I am current. So I went there. They said, don't ever use props in your stand-up, because remember, they can fail. And take them on stage and remember to get them off stage, and you'll see people fumbling and stumbling around with what they thought was a really good idea 5 minutes before going on stage, to the point where they're like, none of this works, and you can see a comedian with sweat coming down going, oh, it's not working. Now, like you said, you can just bring anything on. So when I do my online comedy, I've got torches, boxes, awards, signs. It's going to be difficult when I go back on stage.
Because there is no stage.
Back on stage, I'm going to be like, oh.
I did a gig with this guy.
Oh, we've got a comedian watching. Cool.
Oh, cool. We had this guy on one of the shows I did, and I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what it was, but he had some kind of really complicated prop. So he brought that out first, and I did his set, and then took it off and never mentioned it at all. And he brought it off. I said, "Why did you bring that on for?" He goes, "Oh yeah, it was one of the jokes I forgot to say it." I'm sure it was like a mannequin, nearly like a full-size mannequin, carried all the way onto stage. did all these jokes and played it all the way off. And I went, what was that all about? And he goes, oh, yeah, I had a little bit about it, but I forgot to do it.
Yeah, it's like he had any reminder around him to tell that joke.
I just remember it was huge. It wasn't like something you had in your pocket and you're like, oh yeah. No, it was ginormous.
I went to see
I never
a
learned
gig
not to wear graphic tees on stage because it's distracting because people have to read it. I can't imagine like bringing a prop.
Well, I saw a comedian in London, and he was doing this joke, and he sort of turned around and grabbed a cable, and then he was like putting the cable into his phone to play a song so that he could sing to it, and it was the most painful 20 seconds ever, because obviously his phone would have worked for 29 hours and 40 minutes, but during that time it was just like and you could just see him sweating, and it's sort of, I just sort of sat there thinking, that's your own fault.
The killer's at the door. Pull out your keys. The killer's at the door. He's right behind you. Get your keys.
We've got Scott Curtis watching, who's a comedian from not far from you, Alex, in Indiana, and he does an eye sockets of doom, which is he just literally puts anything near him. He just picks up and puts like cups and glasses and like does jokes with it.
Then he understands the bit
That's
here.
not going.
Because this medium is totally different than regular stand-up comedy. It's totally different. It's pretty much sketch comedy. You can make it whatever you want. You can change your background, start telling jokes about surfing, and then make an ocean behind you. Like you could do, you might as well. Like we have Saturday Night Live. Still
the
going.
Sign you held up. The sign you held up, Leon, during your stand-up. Just get a thick black marker pen. I knew it was exactly like your Penang poster that you made for Big World months ago. It was you going, just how many, it was, wasn't it? You just drew with a biro 50 times to make a big, thick. Leon, it was a competition.
I haven't seen it. I say any effort to that sign at all.
What were you going to say, Al?
I said I haven't seen it. I say you won.
Oh, yeah. I was probably robbed.
We're going to raise called Marker Pens for Comedians. We're going to be raising funds for Leon. We're going to get him a nice big thick pen and send it to him so that he looks a bit more slick.
I've got crayons, but crayons aren't the same either. And they're not mine.
That's a win right there.
So how have we all been? Alex, let's start with you. You okay, love?
Oh yeah, thanks for the check-in. I appreciate you. I'm doing okay. I'm just like getting through work. I'm doing a 7-day stretch, bartending / serving kind of thing. It's very interesting. I work at a bar, but there's tables on the bar, so it's like I'm a bartender, but like I kind of behave like a server. You ever like go to a restaurant and you're like at the table and the server comes in and you don't need anything and you're like, oh, please, nothing I need, please leave. That's me, but I do it in a circle. I do it. I'm just right there. Okay, sorry. I'll just go away. I'll just be just 2 steps over here. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna be over there. But mostly good.
But I mean, they're still adhering to like bit of social distancing in Michigan.
Certainly so. Most of our business is like all outside and the patio, so I don't even get to see it. It's like it's far away from me, so I get to stay safe. So doing all right.
Sounds good.
I was going to say no one puts baby in the corner, but people put Alex in the bar.
I'm okay with that right now. Whatever needs to happen right now. The rules have changed in 2020. That's totally okay.
Is this your drink? I'd love to see you say, "Is this your drink? Open your mouth. I'm going to throw it."
Yeah, right.
Leon, how are you doing, sugar?
Good. Got our first case here in Penang now. First case for 100 days. Someone visited somebody, and here. So I don't know if you do it here. Here, if you're in quarantine, there's like they have like an armband. Like you've gone out and you come back, you have to wear this armband, and then if you go out in this armband, people give you grief and spit on you and stuff.
Damn, so they make you wear armband? That's scary.
Yeah, like a band saying you're supposed to be in quarantine. So you're supposed to keep it on.
Says live free.
Yeah. I'm diseased, maybe. And so if people see, so there's like loads of people, they all take pictures of them, like this is a person who's out of quarantine, is off at a shop somewhere. And so apparently one of these people went to one of these, like a food court, and caught the disease or spread the disease or something. I can't remember. Yeah. So they're all kicking off.
Damn.
You know what would work? We do this over here with cats. You put a little bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
Not like a full unclean.
Don't get too close.
But it's kind of more like a little, like a Tinkerbell. Ding, 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 ding. If you hear the fairies coming.
They get abused here though, because if you went to a shop and there was a big queue, you'd just be going ding 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 straight to the front of the queue.
Like a fat lady pretending on a bus, really.
Bus, perfect on a bus, isn't it? You get on the bus, ding ding ding, everybody gets off. Loads of seats.
Back before all of this happened, we had like crowded parties and like concerts and shit. I recognize that if you have some sort of a prop and you put that ahead of you, people will move out of its way. So like I've gone through parties like with a balloon and just took the balloon and just put it in front of me and just people are like, what's that? And you just I think it's that same thing. Just tie a balloon to the wrist of anybody who's been tested and their results haven't come back yet. It's like,
and that would be nice and cheery. There we go. I like that. Tie the balloon would be nice. Nice and cheery. On the balloon.
It's like, there you is. Not getting close.
Well, I apart from going out for my first real meal in a real place, I need to say something. Okay, let me say. My name is Lucy Orchard, and I have become a TikTok addict.
Oh no, we can't even get that over here.
Nah, it's been banned in the USA.
The woman that was asking if I was on the wine of this therapy, her daughter was the gateway drug. I had some headshots taken, and the daughter said she was going to put them on her TikTok. Why don't you join TikTok to see it? Well, since then,
like, I know
it's a very
what are you saying?
It's a slippery slope. You just sort of start off like that, and you just sort of a couple of looks. It's a couple of looks, and then next thing you know, you're addicted. You're addicted, and there's no way back. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking about TikTok right now. But there are no kids on there. It's sort of like it's like an old person takeover. Like all the hashtags on there are over 30s club, over 40s club, not too old for TikTok. All the videos are like, if you don't recognize this song, get off my page. And they're all 90s hits.
Wow. Sounds kind of a passive aggressive.
Yeah. You know what this is? It's PCR. Get the fuck out of here.
But like, for some reason, they think that I'm a mother because I'm over a certain age and I'm female. I must necessarily be a mother.
Where the baby's at?
And I know, and it's just women doing this, going, don't know where the kids are. I haven't cooked any dinner, but I have learned a new dance routine.
The noodles are still rock hard, but here I am. That's the Macarena. If you don't know what it is, get off the page. If you don't know what it is, get off the page.
You're really selling it. I'm going to look it up now. TikTok.
Don't do it.
But I mean, if it was for older people, there would be C's in that name. It would be Tick Tock.
Get it right. We don't have time.
Is that hard seltzer, Alex? Is that sparkling alcoholic water?
Do you have these over there in the UK? Do you have these?
Just started seeing it appear in different shops. Can you explain to me what alcoholic water is? Alcoholic water is the ice you put in your drink, in it.
I'll say it like this. I work at a bar that had 100 taps of beer, 100 taps. 100 taps, probably well over 10, 20 different styles of beer, different things going on. And it's like 7 out of 10 people, when they come to my bar, will say, like, what do you got, like, light beer wise? You got Bud Light? Do you got something just light that I could just drink on? This is that reaction to that. Is people just being like, I just want something I can drink 15 of and not destroy my life. Like, I just want to be able to, like, sit here with these people and last for as long as I can and drink as much as I can in that same time frame. Like, I'm not trying to get stupid unless I do it extremely on purpose. This is that. Because it's like low calorie. It's basically like bubbly water with a little bit of alcohol in it. And people lose their damn minds over these. It changed the entire game. Now everybody's got to have a seltzer because everybody wants something just basic. And they don't pay me, so I should stop flashing it. I'm just they don't pay. We're not sponsored by White Claws.
This isn't a stupid question, right? Isn't a seltzer something you take if you've got an upset stomach? Am I thinking this right?
Yes, you are thinking it right. People are taking it. No upset stomach. They're just taking it. It's like if Flintstone gummies got you high or something. People are just, you can't get enough. Now everybody's got gummies. Tylenol's got gummies now. Advil's got gummies. Bear's got gummies.
It's alcoholic paracetamol. So your headache goes, and you feel a bit happier. May as well.
2020. I'm gonna come up with my own brand of contraception that gets you drunk. Put this on your dick, man. Get you wasted way before you even show up to the party, man. There's no liver between your stomach and your dick, man. Just put it in. Just put it on.
I'm not saying that you need to be drunk to sleep with me, but you will be by the end.
Thank you for pointing out the very obvious flaw in that whole plan.
Spelled TikTok, yes. And anyway, Corinne, it's your daughter that got me hooked on it. So let's take you're not allowed to comment anymore. You've got me addicted to a fucking Chinese app. Thanks for that, mate.
It's there to surveil you.
Right. Come on, everybody. Get your jars and your bowls.
All right, here we go. Business end.
I've got a little blue again.
There's my questions. Okay, so for this part, we all put out questions and we all riff, which is a better way of saying talk bollocks. So
you haven't picked that up yet.
Ladies first, because I've had a drink. I'm not taking no.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is that not perfect? What word is spelt wrong? Oh, TikTok for
TikTok.
Wow,
TikTok.
the jar is so insane.
Man,
no seeing it. No seeing it. Cut the C out.
Is there a cure in here?
Definitely is definitely spelled wrong.
Alex, what word is spelled wrong for you, lovely?
Oh man, definitely is hard. I don't think that's spelled right. When I was a kid, I spelled Alex ALX. So it seemed like I feel like, why do we need the E? Let's shorten this up. Alex.
Was that just the fact you couldn't spell, or were you trying to make it cooler than it is?
Both. Both things working in tandem. Never really caught on. Nobody else started doing it. I met a lot of Alexes in my life. Nobody's ever did ALX. Maybe like some cyberpunk version of me will end up doing it, but no one's doing it now.
What about you, Leon? I imagine.
Go ahead.
Because with Leon, I imagine most words in Malaysia are spelt wrong.
Oh, they all spell the words wrong in Malaysia. Mine is always like sky, anything like sky, because English is a nightmare, and it has like five. It said, okay, in English it's 5 vowels, A-E-I-O-U, and then you go, okay, there's a rule. There's something I've learned, and they go, oh yeah, and also why sometimes, and other things. There's never a proper rule in English. And sky typifies the fact that you get taught one thing, and then they say, oh, we'll throw some other things in as well. Because sometimes Y could be a vowel as well, can it? Yeah, we just thought we'd put that on.
Wow.
It should be SKI. You're right.
SKI.
Baloney. Baloney doesn't make any sense.
Pterodactyl, pneumonia. Pterodactyl's a complete fucking nightmare. Thank God they're fucking extinct. I have terrible trouble with the word exist. To this day, like I use it a lot, like, oh, this shouldn't exist, or you'll find that this feature exists. I use it a lot, but then I go to type it and I'm like, EXSIST exist, and then it'll come up with a little red line and be like, you're wrong, Liv.
There's nothing worse when you get.
I'm high-fiving myself.
When you,
what were you going to say, Leon?
When you type in on a computer, like I'm so bad at spelling, I'll type in a word and even the computer won't even be able to guess it. I mean, it's a computer that can search the entire internet, the entire history of words, and it can't guess the word that I'm trying to write down. Can't even give, and sometimes can't even give a suggestion. Like that is not even a word that doesn't even look like a word that I might suggest you could put in that sentence.
Because that's what it is. When you click on it, it says
that is in my computer.
It says no suggestions, which is a polite way of saying, fucking try again, mate. You have not got a clue. Is that even the right letter to start?
I feel like no suggestions is just shorthand for maybe you shouldn't be drunk texting right now. Just like, don't tell nobody you're wasted. Just keep it to yourself.
Go to bed.
Go to bed, yeah. Drink some water. Take some aspirin. It gets you drunk too, maybe not that. And go to bed.
not the drunk aspirin.
Yeah, not that one.
Drunk seltzer.
Have you ever gotten so high that you spelled the word box, B-O-X, instead of box? You spelled it B-O-C-K-S? Have you ever gotten that high? Okay, I did that. I was convinced that box was spelled B-O-C-K-S. I'm like, box.
Although
B-O-X seems too simple. There's got to be more to it than that.
Although I have sometimes argued with my computer that I'm right. So this is definitely how you spell it. And just leave it in there.
Fuck you, just a paper clip.
I'm right. I'm a person. You're just a computer. You know nothing. This is how you spell it. This is the
You're
word.
A paper clip with eyes and a smile.
Yeah. Don't be getting uppity.
And if you don't know about the paper clip, you're too old to be on my TikTok. Or too young. You're too young to be on my TikTok if you don't know about the paper clip.
Yeah, exactly. When I was younger, you were a calculator.
Is that comment right to you, Alex?
Think out of the box. What? That's what's up. That joke is a better tweet than it is a stand-up joke. I should tweet that. Except I don't tweet. Only thing that's on my Twitter is clips from my video games that I play. Because PlayStation's like, hey, share this clip, share it to Twitter. And I'm all like, nobody wants to watch video game clips on Twitter, but I do it anyway.
Do it. Share that. Oh, here we go.
Alex, has anyone taught you about Twitch?
Yes, I know about Twitch. Twitch is amazing. Twitch is the future.
I do a comedy show on Twitch, and with Twitch, you've got to get a number of subscribers, and then they've got to be a number of people. There's certain, like, it's like a treasure hunt. You have to meet these requirements, and you become an affiliate. And in order to get more subscribers, you do raids. Don't know what they are. So I went on a Twitch like forum for other Twitchers. And it ideally needs to be of a similar kind of show to yours. And I was like, so are there any female comedians that have comedy chat shows on here? And it was you're in the wrong end of town, love. This is Dungeons and Dragons, Call of Duty.
This is Fortnite.
That we just go, and we're all single girls on this, so we'll all be straight over.
Yes.
We're all single nerds who love dressing up as elves.
If you're an attractive young lady with a skimpy desktop on and you're playing Call of Duty or Fortnite, welcome to 40 million viewers.
Well, I would argue against that, but if I had been a lot younger at this point in 2020, like if I was like 15 right now, I would. That's very true. I couldn't say I wouldn't be in that same lane.
Like what, playing a game? The next evolution of playing a game is just sat there on the computer watching somebody else play a game.
Oh, you can. What freaks me out when you can talk to people in the game now. That freaks me out. When you're playing like Call of Duty or something, or FIFA or something, and then someone else starts talking to you about something, and you're like, "What? I don't even know who you are." And then they start giving you grief, like, "You should go on and kill this guy. Go around the back and kill the guy." And you go, "What, are you playing a game?" just relax, just relax. Why didn't you kill him? You should have killed him.
You don't kill him, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna kill you. That is so true. That's been true for so long. I recognize how fast people can be really mean or racist from playing like Halo, like online with like a little headset. Like I'll put it on and the game recognizes, oh, you put on your headset. You must want to talk to people. And then you put it on and you'll be playing and they'll be like, oh, hey, how you doing? It's like, are you black? Dance for me, black man. It's like, oh, God. I don't need this at all. Back. I just
as soon as I get my dad to lift. Because they're all 12. You're taking shit off 12-year-olds.
I have no idea what's going
on. I believe in the future of tomorrow. Brilliant. They're all gun-toothed, racist little babies.
I want to like have like when you go to apply to like get a mortgage or like a car loan, it's like they get to like pull up your credit score and they pull up shit you've done online before, and it's like, oh, it looks like looks like you posted on somebody's Twitter that they should hang themselves and die. I don't know the way to have this car. You know, there should be like an internet score of how people like you online, so it just forces people to be nicer. Your credit score is 850. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, looks like your internet score is 200. Told Ariana Grande she should go rape herself to death. So you gotta go. Not you. I need a $15,000 down payment for you to get this low.
That happens. Though. My friend didn't get a job because of his Facebook profile was not suitable for his next position. So
that's fair
all the time.
I support this.
Good.
I would eventually get to a point where that would eventually harm us because we live in a capitalist society. But for right now, the initial benefit might be kind of hilarious, and I'm kind of for it.
So someone set up a Facebook page for me. So because I used to be a teacher, a kid set it up, and it was lovely. They did loads of nice stuff on it, but they could have written anything on it, and I couldn't do anything about it because it wasn't my page, but it was in my name with a picture of me on it. And it was like, I was like, okay. And I didn't find out like a couple of weeks later. And there was loads of people talking on it about me. I think they thought to me. That was really weird. I mean, it was nice. It was nice. It was nothing horrible on it. It was just really, really weird. And you can still find it online with people saying things on it.
Yeah, you have a Facebook girlfriend right now. You don't know, but she's actively getting catfished right now. Under your name. There is somebody right there thinking they're dating you and they're not.
There you go. We took out 5 or 10 loans. There you go.
Sat at home writing Mrs. Bukowski in a jotter.
Yeah. He said yes online. Oh my god.
See, Alex, do you remember when we all first started this? You didn't have a comedy page, but you were like, you just tag everything to my comedy page. I've got a comedy page, and Leon was like, oh, I'm gonna make one. And it took him to make one, and I was like, if you don't make a comedy page, I'm gonna make you a comedy page. And he was like, that's not a threat. Someone's already done that.
Already done. Oh, it didn't. And there was another one. I was on like this one was really weird. I was on a game show like in the 90s or 2000 something.
You want a game show? You got
yeah, called,
which game show?
In America, it was called the Price is Right. So I was on the Price is Right.
No!
And I did. So I was on the stage and it was like all this. But then the weirdest thing was someone had taken the show and then dubbed over like an Irish accent. So I must have looked a bit, I do look a bit Irish. So they brought over like an Irish accent of this guy just swearing and swearing and swearing. And then again, one of the kids came into me and said, I saw you on YouTube last night. I wasn't on YouTube. And then I found the clip. Irish swearing and swearing and swearing. It was quite funny, but I didn't see that.
What?
Somebody is
Who did you
It was like, what was it? I think it was something called like Irish. It was called like Irish guy on Price is Right.
Yo, hold on. There's no way.
Just saying, right, top of the morning, fucking this and fucking that and fucking that. And it was like, it was quite funny, but I was like, that wasn't me saying that. I don't think it's still there if you're looking it up.
I am overwhelmed by oh damn it, I thought I was texting Alex privately there. Sorry, no, that's gone to
yeah. If you've got it, I'd like to see it as well.
Oh, where is it? Oh, you on the regular comments?
It's very funny. You can go on this thing, you get closed down.
We need that video.
Says what is happening in here. Yeah, I need that video. If I find a link, I'll send it to you. But I don't see it.
Irish guy, Price is Right, something like that.
YouTube. I did that. I did Irish guy on Price is Right, and then I got Michael the Wizard. I don't know if he's Irish personally. And then right after that, it says one of the worst The Price is Right players ever, which I think is kind of racist. And then Price is Right flip flop cheater after that. So I don't know if I'm gonna get it.
Wow.
Amongst these people here. What game did you play? Did you play Plinko? What's going on? I got questions. How did this happen?
It was just that you guessed the price and I got it wrong. I was miles. I kept getting the wrong price.
Oh, men don't know guess the price. You guys are the worst on that because you don't buy anything.
Yeah, so I didn't do very well. Wow. It was the tiniest little clip, so God knows how he found that on the internet or how he even saw the show, to be honest.
Who knows? We gotta go on to the next
one. We're gonna get right. Leon, you pull the next question whilst Alex and I pretend not to just be looking up YouTube.
Oh, I did it.
Never find it. Definitely disappeared. Okay. Here's the next one. So what have you missed most during the COVID crisis? So what have you missed most in the COVID crisis? Apart from like doing like real stand-up comedy in real places.
Yeah. Oh, apart from stand-up, think bigger, guys. Obviously, we're all going to say comedy.
I gotta think smaller. It's already a big world.
Travel as well. Yeah, travel. Travel is my big thing. Travel.
If this hadn't happened, I would still be away in my trucks traveling around Europe in the summer with different bands, going to fancy venues, and with my bestest mates as well, because we're a really tight little gang. The sort of the three of us that do the music tours. So yeah, I'd be out with like Bon Iver and Green Day and stuff like that this time of year.
That's great. It would have been great. It's great that you have. Great. Well, your two answers beat mine. I was just gonna say movie theaters. I want to see Tenet. I want to see Christopher Nolan's movie real bad. That's what I miss. I miss movie theaters. I miss being able to go to the movies whenever I wanted. Just like spark up a blunt and just go to the movie theater because it's legal now. I can just walk into a store and then they'll just hand me a pre-roll and then I'll smoke it and then immediately walk into a theater. I live in a very small town, so it's all right there. That would have been cool, but it's not as fun as traveling or seeing Bon Iver shows.
Well, the thing that's really twisted for me is Taylor Swift has just released a new album, and one of the songs is with Bon Iver, which means that my likelihood of meeting Taylor Swift is gone up 30%, but also minus 100% because we're not on tour.
I'm not gonna hit on that at all. I'm a very secretive, but not so secretive in this moment, Taylor Swift fan. She's nice like that.
Leon, so you've missed travel. I mean, you're living in one of the most. You're stuck in a beautiful world. I mean, but the point is, you're in an apartment in a beautiful world.
Yes, we missed the Philippines, and we were going to Cambodia. So yeah.
Wow. Well, I think I can announce that our special guest is almost ready to be brought into. I mean,
Okay.
we don't mind moving our dates and getting up. I say getting up. I haven't gotten up. It's Leon that's gotten up for stupid o'clock because of you, Alex Bradley. But we have asked our special guest, Garu, to get up at, I know he makes a lot of jokes about Catholicism, but this is a fucking ungodly hour, and God bless the kid for getting. So with no further ado, we're going to bring on the legendary Garu.
Oh, it's over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
There he is. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, the sun is not up here yet.
Damn.
No. Garu, introduce yourself to, first of all, you know myself, you know Leon. Next to you is Alex. Alex is in Michigan. He's in a little beautiful garden city called Ann Arbor. We're all very lucky, I think, because we all live in pretty lovely places. But Garu, would you like to just introduce yourself and tell us where in the world you are?
Well, hello everyone. Hello Alex, Leon, Lucy. I'm in Penang, Malaysia. Penang is a small island on the west coast of Malaysia. It is now 6:43 in the morning here. So it's I don't know what the time is where all of you are, but yeah, this is way too early for me. But I thought this. I thought that it should be hilarious trying to be funny at this time. Yes.
Well, Garu has done very similar to myself and Leon, but more so because Garu has hit the online comedy. I think he's second to Juliana, our previous guest on this show. He is. He's been. I remember one day I performed with Garu. I hadn't even met him at this point, and we had done Penang, Swansea, and Nebraska all in the same day together. I mean, we were prolific. So thank you so much for getting up this ungodly hour. Do you want to just sit, nod, and occasionally sort of blink your eyes, and whilst we carry on talking?
No, just go ahead and talk to me like I'm a normal person, and we'll see how long I can pretend that that's true.
There is only one thing that we can do whilst you're in. Yeah, well, whilst Garu in this, what I can only describe as a nubile form. Okay, I believe you have some questions with you, at least one question, which we like all of our guests to answer. I can read it to you, or Leon, please tell me you sent it to him.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite sexual position?
No, Garu.
Act it out.
No.
Leon, I told you to stop asking me that.
It's like, what would you rather have, a flying horse or a flying carpet?
Okay, yeah.
Would you rather have a magic horse or a flying carpet?
I thought I should ask: is the carpet like in the Disney Aladdin carpet, the carpet is practically the Aladdin one, the Disney one. It's practically another character. It has a personality and all that. Is that the carpet you mean, or do you just mean like it flies? It has no personality.
We're
Does
leaning towards no
does it matter a lot the
personality.
personality of your carpet? That's quite picky.
Let me say, carpets from where I'm from have personality. Like, I don't know, maybe in your country they don't do anything, but in mine, when you're like, "Hey, carpet," they're like, "Hey," is it like that?
It's
Yes. You can take it as far as it needs to go. Definitely, the carpet will wave back to you if you wave to. At the least.
Because let me say, if the carpet has no personality, then the horse. I would go with the horse. But if you're saying, "Oh no, the carpet can also answer questions," then I'd be, "Oh, that's harder then." Now I gotta think. Okay, who do I like? I mean, the carpet you don't really need to clean up after. So I'm thinking maybe between the two, maybe the carpet. Okay, so let's say. Okay, I will say. If it's a carpet with a personality, I'd go with the carpet. If it's like a British carpet, then I'd go with the horse.
You must be a bloody nightmare in IKEA. Going around going, what's this carpet like? It's a 2 foot by 4 foot. Yeah, but what's the personality? I don't care what it looks like.
But the carpets in IKEA, they're like Swedish and they smell of lingonberries. I was like, no, there's no thanks.
I love the fact that between myself, Leon, and Alex, we have seen quite a few different guests come on and answer this question, and they all bring something very different. But Garu, you are the only person who said, "Does the rug have a personality?"
Well, I don't know. You clearly don't have enough Asians on this show, because this would be something we all consider.
We have reference points. There is a movie for this. The carpet
Yeah,
clearly
let me say, you might not realize this. Aladdin is actually set in China.
See, now that makes sense.
Very clear about the Chinese-Mongolian conflict. They're very clear where they stand on that.
You don't know about the geopolitical system in Disney. That's what that is.
It's very clear. You just watch it one time. Very clear.
Lots of see, in the Middle East, I never realized it before, but in the Middle East, sometimes they nail carpets to the wall. And now I know why. The carpet was obviously evil and disrespectful, and so they've nailed it to the wall.
The carpet was probably Catholic.
So instead of saying they hang a carpet, they should say they hung a carpet. Oh, gramophone! Yeah!
Unstoppable.
Yeah, all the people watching the show is like, I'm learning so much today.
Anyone who comes to your house, do they come on? They go to the floor and they go, "I'm terribly sorry, carpet. I'm going to have to stand on you now. I don't want to hurt you or anything. I'll be gentle. I'll be really gentle."
Yeah, like when people come to my house, they're like wiping their feet on the carpet. I'm like, "Hey, that's the other guest."
He was here first.
Yeah, what are you doing? I don't know. When I get angry, I go full Bangladeshi accent. I don't know what happens. Hey, what is this?
I'd say I do the same thing.
Yeah. Everyone slowly becomes Bangladeshi. The more angry you get, that's just the way life is.
Which brings me back to the point when Leon and we were all discussing, we said, we've got to ask Garu the horse rug question. And I said, quote unquote, I can't wait to hear how he answers this.
Now we know.
Yeah, this is like the question that gets to the heart of each guest. They're like, this reveals who you really are. Hard-hitting journalism this show is.
Right now.
It sounds like one of those actors' exercises. So now imagine a carpet. Just imagine you're a carpet. What kind of carpet are you? What do you feel as a carpet? You've been walking for all day. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, the first question when you join the ashram in India, they're like, okay, if you had a choice between a flying carpet and a flying horse, which would you say? This would balance your chakras.
There is a wrong answer.
Yeah. So everyone is like, the horse, and then the yogi is like, okay, and then no one is sure what the right answer is.
But I did like the fact that you mentioned the fact you're going to clean up at the horse. Some people are like, the minute you say you can have a magic horse, the first thing they're thinking is, well, I'm not picking up magic horse shit.
That better be the most magical part, is that it disappears.
Actually, that's what Lucky Charms are made out of. You have Lucky Charms in your country, yes? Lucy, Leon, you know, catch me Lucky Charms, you know, that thing. I know you have, like, Irish people, but for all I know you enjoy, like, murdering them, so, you know.
Lucky Charms. That's how you make Lucky Charms. Bits of Irish people.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Bits of Irish
It's
people
on
and
you to
magical
pull a
horse
question.
shit. That's what it is.
I'm going to try and, as the teacher of the group, as the zoo ring tamer, I'm going to ask Alex, pull a question, please, sweetie.
That's offensive.
Go
What's your favorite drink? Alcoholic or not?
Are you asking me?
No, yeah.
What's for the
Alex,
field?
go
You can
first.
start. You can start.
Oh, everyone has to decide. Okay, someone else go first then.
I have to say, if it's right now, what I would absolutely love is an iced coffee. I do love an iced coffee, not a frappuccino. I don't want a coffee slushy because that's just horrible. Do not blend my ice. Just put the ice in the cup and then put the coffee in it. I want an iced coffee with a vanilla shot. But if it was a drink and there was no calories in it, pint of lager. I couldn't be more British.
You did say pint of lager as well.
Yeah. Outside of your country, we don't even use the word pint.
Yes.
Remember that next time you start a war and you have to pretend you're from another part of Europe.
They don't pretend, they assimilate. They assimilate. We'll take your culture and bring it in.
Oh, we are totally from France. We took that over last summer. That's what's going to happen next war.
Britain's not that
Hang
bad
on,
because,
so
like,
Alex,
Britain's not that bad. In Malaysia, they serve beer by the bucket of beer or a tower of beer. I mean, we only have a pint of it, not a bucket.
Yeah, but you know who orders those? The white people that come visiting all the tourist areas. They're the ones who are like, oh, I want a bucket of beer. In my home country, this would be considered crass, but here it's okay. You know, that's what happens here.
I probably do the same thing. I like it.
Alex, you work in a bar. What would you call a pint?
A glass, like a normal person.
People say pint. People will say pint, and people will say nothing. They'll just say they want it, and I'll give it to them. But if they're gonna say any type of distinction, they know pint as a word to just say. So it's like, even if it doesn't come in a pint, like sometimes drinks will come in like smaller, like round glasses. I'll be like, well, you're getting this, so.
You asked for this, but this is what you're getting.
This is what you're going to get. Favorite drink though is Doppelbox.
What is that?
It's like a lager. It's heavier, but it's not a stout. It's like in between. It's got all like the alcohol content of like IPAs, but it's got all the body and texture and richness of like a stout, but it's still not as heavy.
What country is it from?
Germany.
A Doppelbox. That sounds like something they were, you know, like after the Enigma machine was cracked, they said, okay, from now on we make the Doppelbox.
That is good. And then I just love that.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's a pretty rare beer to find.
It sounds like a porter. That's what we would call a dark. It's not a stout. It's a dark ale. I'd say that's what we've got. If you had to choose a soft drink, Alex, what soft drink would you choose?
I haven't drank soda in a while, but man, I don't know, root beer or something. I'm so far removed from the game.
Someone named Corinne has said, has Leon gone for a slash? What exactly is a slash?
He's a very good bass player. It's a British term for pop into the toilet. Leon, what would be your favourite alcoholic term?
Just in case, I don't want to be accused of anything. Kitchen. I haven't got a microwave in the toilet, just in case you're all wondering.
Okay, he didn't want to go all the way to the toilet, so his sink is now clogged with God knows what.
He's using the sink. That's what he's trying to get at.
Gone for a slash, eh, Leon? Ho-ho!
Alex has gone for a slash.
Oh my
All
God!
that talk. It's all that talk. It's like running. It's like a running tap. You see, you do that.
Is this like a samurai thing? Oh, I'm going for a slash. I don't know.
Oh my God, you're making me laugh so much, and it's so warm. I'm overheating. I imagine this is what the menopause is like. Right, Leon, what is your
just wait a few weeks.
I've just muted you, Garu. I just mixed your first and second. I'm so warm. This is ridiculous.
Nice to see you can't say my name. Garon.
I know.
It's like the latest element on the elemental chart.
I know. I added Garu and I added your first and second name together. Then, Leon, what is your soft drink and your alcoholic favorite drink?
So it has to be Guinness and blackcurrant and soda. That's the two killers. Guinness because it's nice and hearty, and blackcurrant and soda because it's nice and refreshing. Is the winner?
Right, Garu, we've come to you. What is your favorite soft drink? And if you drink alcohol, what is your favorite alcoholic drink?
Oh yeah, so I don't drink alcohol, so I don't really have a favorite alcoholic drink. Like when I have had an alcoholic drink, my friends know I don't like it, so they get me like something really sweet, so that it covers the taste of the alcohol. So let's see. And here's the funny thing. So I don't drink alcohol, but one of my friends, she would drink something. I called it it looked to me like an absinthe smoothie. It was like this crushed ice drink with absinthe. And actually, of all the drinks I tried, I think that might have been my favorite one.
Oh no.
And they were saying, of all the things I would like, it would be the absinthe drink, even though I don't like alcohol. So anyway, I don't drink anyway. Yeah, so let's see. So I don't really drink alcohol, but that seemed to be like the one I liked the most of the things that I actually tried. But okay, let's see. If non-alcoholic drink, it's the kind of things you would ask like a little like a small child to drink, like chocolate milk or something like that. That's my favorite drink.
No judgment.
Or let's see. I don't know. Do any of you enjoy almond milk? I don't know if it was. No, it wasn't almond milk. It's not. It's something. It's like the. Yeah, I like soy milk, almond milk, all those kind of things. There was one more thing. Oh yeah, cream soda. I guess. Yeah, I guess I just like the name cream and soda. So there you go.
That's weird. So you go to a bar, they go, no, say I'll just have absinthe then. That'll do.
Yeah. The thing is, yeah, I would never order this absinthe drink thing if I was going somewhere. But for whatever reason, of all the things I tried, that seemed to be the alcohol that I actually enjoyed. I don't know. I was always hoping because I've only recently ever tried being drunk. And I was hoping, when I get drunk, maybe getting drunk will expose my true personality. I wanted to see what happens, but nothing happened. Like I was just like a little bit more like what's the word? Like dizzy, and that was it. I was hoping, my real personality about to come out, but nothing happened. So nothing interesting happened when I tried drinking.
If absinthe doesn't do it, you've not a chance.
Yep. So
I don't know. Let me ask you three a question. What happens to you when you're drunk? Because here's the thing. I've seen a lot of my friends, and they all have like different things. Some of them get like really happy, really giddy. Some of them are like falling asleep. Some of them start throwing up. Some of them, here's the interesting one. One of my friends, I didn't realize this at the time, that this is what happens when she's drunk. She wants to be useful. She starts saying, "Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that," and I was like, at first I was taking her very seriously. I didn't realize, oh, this is what happens when she's drunk. She's trying to be useful, trying to show how useful she can be. And I thought, I didn't realize this is a thing when you're drunk. Lucy, why are you laughing so much? Is this what happens to you?
Oh, I turn into a DIY expert. I've been in a nightclub where there's like cubicles, like 4 or 5 cubicles, and say 2 of them are broken. Well, I know exactly why they're broken, because the cistern plug, what it always happens in clubs is that the cistern pull's been stuck. So I usually have a big bracelet, and I'll break into the door with the bracelet, and I'll take the thing off, and I'll start plumbing. And I will start fixing things. Like,
Lucy gets drunk, she lays pipe. That's it.
You're a drunk plumber?
I'm a drunk plumber. Yeah, or I think we've all done this, where like you go on forums or you'll be on Facebook and you'll see a conversation. This is what you need to say. But when I used to drink a drink called cider, cider makes you quite angry, and it's not that I'd be like in a queue for a club or something, and I'd overhear a conversation between strangers. I would feel that one of those 2 parties was not getting a fair say. So I would involve myself to make sure that the unrepresented party was being heard. Like turned into Dr. Phil. So yeah, I tried to be useful.
No. You had
Alex,
your turn. You had your turn.
Alex, what's you do?
It definitely depends on the alcohol. If it's Jack Daniels, I'll suddenly get angry. If it's whiskey, I'm looking to get into an argument. If it's whiskey, mostly I want to say I like starting up debates. I know those things are kind of similar, but if you ever have me say, "Oh, who's your favorite Pokemon?" and I don't accept Ditto as an answer, I'm drunk. You know that I've had too many drink. Or if I ask you who's your favorite boy band, either NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, I'm drunk, and you should have me go home because I've had too much already. If I'm like Friends or How I Met Your Mother, I'm drunk. If I'm like chocolate chip cookies or oatmeal raisin, right now pick a side. I probably had too much, and I should leave, and I should go home. If I start any of those random debates that don't really hold water in the real world, that's when you know.
Mother Teresa or Hitler? Who was best? Pick one. You just pick the other side.
Easy. You gotta get them like right up against each other. You gotta be like Sprite or Sierra Mist. That may be too American. I don't know.
What do you get, Alex? What do you get like on regular beer though?
Okay.
Oh, same thing. That's the across the board. If I'm intoxicated in any way, I will start up a debate about who's your favorite Spice Girl. And if you don't know what Spice Girls are, you shouldn't be on my TikTok. Just straight up.
I didn't know you can do interviews on TikTok.
Yeah. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You can, but you shouldn't.
The other thing with regular beer is when you get to like pint 5 or 6, you will be in the toilet every 30 seconds because you can go like 3 or 4 pints without having a wee, and then it's every 5 minutes, which is called over here breaking the seal.
We have that too.
Oh, you have that too? Oh, it's such a small
We
world.
also use that for going to the bathroom for the first time after you've been drinking.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Same thing happens. All of a sudden, you need to pee.
Leon, what about yourself? Oh, Leon's frozen. We might have 2 Leons in a second.
I don't know.
Hang on,
Leon, when he was doing online shows here, he always had like the worst webcam. I was like, come on, man, I know you can afford better than this. And apparently he's moved back to the home country and still doesn't have a decent internet connection.
It's impressive how you know, we've all got our traits, but Leon's microphone or webcam or internet. The only constant we've got with Leon is a white wall behind. Let's see if we can add Leon to the stream. There we go. Back and taller.
Yeah, but he's got
Leon, can you
skylights
hear
in
us?
his kitchen. Who got skylights
I
in their
know.
kitchen? You? I don't.
Right, Leon. What do you get like on alcohol? What's your trait?
Is he drunk right now?
He might be. We don't know. We can't vouch for him. Right, we're going to
Leon,
keep
you're on
talking.
TV. You're on TV, Leon. Talk. This is what he's like when he's playing charades as well. Yes, charades to you, Alex.
Yeah, I know.
Charades in every other country.
It's one of our catchphrases. Leon, are you there?
That should be the name of this show. Leon, are you there?
He's just messaged. His internet is playing it. But that concludes our hour. But can I just say, Gary, you are our first guest who has ever asked us a question. So congratulations, you are the first guest that has come on and switched it round and asked us a question instead of us giving you one. So I mean, we may make you an award. It's very, very close.
I think you should just do all alcoholic questions. People will open up more when you start asking them things like that.
Yeah.
Garu for the
Hang on, busy message in. Playing at this end. We'll try and get back on. Oh, we might have him. Hang on. We might have him to say goodbye with. There we go. Speak.
Hi.
Can you hear us, Leon?
I am here.
Oh my God, it's like talking to an alien.
Hello. How is it on your
I
planet?
know, and his internet's fine.
I can't even do it.
You
Right,
need something
Leon,
that
before we
internet
go, would
that
you
turns the frogs gay. That's what you need, Leon.
Frogs gay?
I don't get it.
You never heard of that? This
Frogs
is the thing. 5G will turn things gay and will give you
5G.
coronavirus. You never heard of that?
Gay frogs. No,
Yeah,
I'm gay frogs.
it'll bring the apocalypse. It's the reason for Corona. It turns animals homosexual. There's literally the information science sites for 5G. It's almost as good as the Bible. Leon, would you like to answer Garu's question? Exactly. Leon, would you like to answer Garu's question before we go? And then we're going to be heading off for this week's episode of Big World Small Talk. So what is the effect of alcohol on you?
Oh, yes. I'm quite boring. I don't fix anything. I don't do any plumbing or start fights about Pokemon. I don't know. I just get loud and then I just get tired and then I go to sleep. Not very exciting.
That's okay.
That's right. Or do something.
Yeah, I was hoping alcohol would make me more interesting, but it didn't work.
Oh, don't worry. If I was drinking, it would make you more attractive. All right.
No, there's only so much God can do, Lucy. Oh, he already perfected this. Oh yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people when I start talking, they think I'm drunk or high. They're like, this man must have taken something, but I keep telling them, I am always in a state of intoxication from the love of our Lord Jesus Christ. That is what you should try.
Well played.
Jesus is your alcohol.
Yeah, there is nothing stronger than the love of Jesus.
Well, it must be strong. I've seen your comedy routine. He must be livid.
Yeah, like I am just like, here's what I feel. I feel like boring people need drugs or alcohol to get high. The rest of us, it's just the love of our Lord, and that's all I need.
Alex and I. Yeah, 1 second. We agree.
Once Jesus enters you, nothing else tops that, does it? Once he's inside you,
I've had Jesus inside me since I was a child.
That's where you start. A lot of the priests start, I've heard.
And
Well,
a lot
that's
of your
it.
material is about Catholicism. Right, this has been a very fun show, and I enjoy this Big World Small Talk every bloody week. And I genuinely can't believe that we are on week 17. It is mind blowing. I wouldn't want to do this with anyone. So we're going to be sending you a magic rug with a personality. It's on the way. If you're not in, we'll leave it with the neighbour. Alex and Leon, I will see you next week. And everybody that's viewing, thank you for tuning in. And again, if you have any questions that you think that we should put inside our big questions jars, please message them in. Easiest way to find us is to go on Big World Small Talk on the Facebook and just message them in. You can get your questions added into the jars of joy. So, Garu, thank you so much for getting up at this stupid time in the morning. Leon, well done for getting up at stupid time. It's your job. Alex, this is your fault.
Okay. I accept
should have
this.
one last thing.
I
think we should have one last thing. Just because Garu's here. If anyone's got any questions for Garu's rugs, send them in. We'll pass them on.
Yeah. Next week we will have a rug with a personality, and the hosts will try to have personalities as well.
You asshole.
That was the last time Garu was on the show.
So probably somewhat better, more interesting than the rugs, we hope.
You can only be this cheeky because you know us this well. If anyone doesn't realise this, that we are all friends.
And plus, you're like halfway across the world. What are you going to do? Send what remains of your army? That hasn't worked. Even in Argentina, they laugh at you.
Yeah, true. Christine. But also, please if you've been catfished by Leon Bukowski's comedy page at any point, and let us know if you have the This Is Right video.
Despite what the messages say, Leon is not interested.
Yeah. Alex Bradley, thank you so much. Love you lot, darling. Leon Bukowski, thank you so much. Love you lot, darling. And Garu, mwah, thank you so much for getting up at this time in the morning. I absolutely adore you for it. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been Big World Small Talk. You have been amazing. Good night, everybody. Bye.